What's up, everyone? In this video, we have 3 crazy stocks that had a ton of insider buying over the past couple of weeks and past couple of months. Following insiders can be extremely beneficial sometimes because a lot of times these insiders have so much more information that the public doesn't even know about, and that can lead to some pretty insane returns in the stock market. So in this video, we're going to cover 3 stocks that had some pretty respectable insider buying activity recently. Some of these trades come out to around $12.4 million, while some of these other trades come out to around $234 million. So we have a good video today. Make sure to stick around to the end because I think there's actually going to be a good amount of opportunity with these ones, and I'm probably going to buy the dip on these ones myself. So starting with the first one, we have PRPL. A lot of you guys probably already know this company. It's called Purple. They make like mattresses, cushions, pillows, things like that. And basically since December 16th, insiders bought $150 million worth of this stock. That is a lot. PRPL's market cap right now is $487 million. So it's like, that is a lot of money that insiders are buying, especially for such a small company. On top of that, PRPL has a very low price to sales ratio. Their revenue has been growing over like the past couple of years. Like in 2018, their revenue went from $286 million to $428 million in 2019. And then from 2019 to 2020, their revenue went from $428 million to $648 million. But that growth definitely slowed down from 2020 to 2021 because the revenue only went from $648 million to $726 million. Looking at their other fundamentals, it's not the best, clearly. There's a lot more companies out there that have better fundamentals, but again, it's a very low market cap type company. Looking more at PRPL stock, this stock has been a giant roller coaster over the past 2 years. In 2020, this stock went from $4.20 basically, or no, it actually went from lower than that. It actually went, I guess you'd say $4.20, $4.50, all the way up to highs of $41 in early 2021. Since then, it fell all the way back down to like $5 or $6. So it has clearly been extremely volatile, and insiders see this as a great buying opportunity, clearly because they've been buying $150 million worth of the stock. So that's a pretty big sign. All in all, PRPL, the stock is extremely volatile. Their price to sales ratio is really low, which is good. It's a risky play, but when you see insiders buying up $150 million worth of a stock, especially when the market cap is so low, it is pretty telling. I'm probably going to scoop up some shares this one for a small position. It's risky. Of course, there's a lot more safer opportunities out there like Facebook or Netflix or the S&P 500 or like gold and silver and things like that. But, when you see insiders making moves like this, I like to take shots on them. So we'll see what happens. With the next play, we have GDL. And this one is very interesting. And I originally was not even going to put it in today's video. Looking at GDL, we can see that this is an equity mutual fund that basically invests primarily in securities of companies involved in publicly announced mergers, takeovers, tender offers, and leveraged buyouts. And I was looking more into this company, and I'm like, all right, the smart money is only buying around $12.4 million worth of this stock since like March 28th. And then I looked more into it, and I'm like, all right, the market cap is only around $120 million. So it's interesting in the sense that we have insiders buying up around 10% of the total market cap of this stock. But then I looked more into it and I was like, all right, if we have the smart money buying around $12.4 million worth of the stock, which is around 10% of the total market cap, and this company deals specifically with mergers, takeovers, acquisitions, stuff like that, this fund must clearly be anticipating a lot of hype to come from one of their upcoming mergers, takeovers, or acquisitions. If we look at their current holdings like Cloudera, MDLA, and STMP, we can see they all basically have the same setup. So if we go to MDLA, same setup. Like it pops up on the catalyst and then trades flat for months. It's how just mergers and takeovers work. STMP, same scenario. The stock pops up, goes flat for months. CLDR, right? Stock pops up, goes flat for months. So basically that's the type of strategy that this fund deploys. So given that the insiders in this are buying up around 10% of the company, they are clearly anticipating a lot of hype to result from one of their future takeovers or mergers or, leverage buyout setups. So I think I'm going to take a small position on this one. It is very risky. I mean, it literally has a $120 million market cap. So this one's definitely the riskiest one in my opinion. With the next one, we have JHG. So with JHG, the insiders are buying up $234 million worth of this stock. The fundamentals are pretty good. Revenue has been constantly increasing. They are cash flow positive. Their price to sales ratio is 2.1, which is pretty good. Overall, their fundamentals are not bad. They have a net profit margin of like 22.5%, which isn't amazing, but it's all right. But overall, their fundamentals are not bad. Basically, they are an asset management company. Looking at JHG, like I said, insiders bought up $234 million of this stock since March 7th. That's a lot of buying over the course of like a month, right? It's a lot. Like I said, they're an asset management company. Looking at JHG, their stock has been doing pretty well over the past couple of weeks, but then again, basically every stock has. So if we look at, the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ or Apple or Tesla or Zoom or Square or anything, it's been rising over the past couple of weeks. It's been an explosive uptrend over the past couple of weeks, and JHG has also moved up in that way. Over the past, maybe 4 or 5 years, JHG has been pretty stagnant. It is technically up a little bit because we had the dividends here too, but overall, they've been pretty stagnant, right? They've hit slightly positive returns, but pretty stagnant for the most part. This is a pretty large insider trading block, you can say. You don't see $234 million of the stock being bought up over, the course of less than a month too often. So basically what I'm seeing from this is, considering that they are an asset management company, maybe they have a deal that's currently going through that hasn't been released yet, and the insiders are buying up now before the stock explodes up. That's one thing I'm kind of seeing. It's like I said, it's very rare to see insiders behaving like this, so like I would really expect some sort of pretty big news or update to be released over like the next couple weeks or next couple months with this one, considering they are an asset management company. Overall, these three stocks are setting up in some pretty interesting ways. We have JHG, GDL, and PRPL. I looked through quite a bit of insider trading to find these three, because it's not as simple as just picking out any stocks that have insider buys. Like, there's a lot more that goes into it, into selecting the ideal setup. So these are some of the best three that I saw over the past week or so. They are very interesting plays. GDL would probably be the most risky one in my opinion, given how low the market cap is, and considering it does have the lowest insider buying activity. But then again, just as it's the most risky, it can have the highest returns if something crazy does happen, because it is such a small market cap type of play. PRPL is very interesting in the sense that it also had quite a bit of insider trading, around $150 million worth for a $450 million company. That's a lot. I like it. Their price to sales ratio is pretty low. And then JHG, it's also another pretty good setup. Lots of insiders are buying in. They're an asset management company. So we have some interesting setups, guys. Feel free to take a look at them. I'm probably going to buy the dip on all of them just a little bit, just a little bit. To follow these plays. I like following insiders. Normally their returns are pretty good. So overall, I hope you guys learned something from this video. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe. Besides that, thank you guys so much for watching.